What's going on with you?
Yo, another day in the lab, baby. So it's always a good day.
Oh,
it's always a good day when we in the lab. You want policing to be better in your communities? The best policing that you can that can happen in any community are people that's actually from the community. And that.
Once again, Rick, host BNY podcast, now known as What Happened Week with BNY Dev. How you feeling, man?
I'm in here.
What's good, comment section?
Here.
Do we drag our people down when sometimes they don't deserve it? For sure, absolutely. In this situation, this man deserves every single dragging that we can do, because this is not an example of us.
But you got the angles. You got the knowledge of the game, bro.
This is where you're getting at, the IQ.
Down. Like, he's telling you what's going on. How he was a bad husband. How he was just doing things his way. He's apologizing to his wife, like, yo.
Pat ourselves on the back for that one, because we didn't give yourself awards. I mean, who is?
Yeah, no boy.
Hey. Bonaparte, appreciate you very much as always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you get the right one? Bring us in. We live, baby. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. See who we got with us. We have Charles County Hispanic Heritage Month Committee team. Round of applause for you, everybody. Everybody, absolutely. So it's been a long time coming to get this podcast working. Before we go into schematics with that, I'm your host, set man, operator, owner of BNY Network, Rick Will. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I get a round of applause too. So we got a full house. Dev, AJ, they couldn't make it tonight. Family requirements. So it's just us. Let's get into it. So first and foremost, how's everybody doing? We're good? Good. Let's go around the room. Let's start with Pascal. Introduce yourself. I already did. What you got for us?
So I'm Pascal. I'm the founder of Rise.
We appreciate it. All your work from the comment section to the couch.
I know. We made it.
Yeah, hard work pays off. Shauna, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I'm back in the basement now.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Shauna Mayon Marks. I am the founder of Charles County Moms of Color, co-founder of Maryland Moms of Color. I am also one of the original Charles County Rise. I'm a parent leader, organizer, activist, and a proud mom of 3 kids that 2 are. So I'm super excited to be here. I'm excited to be a part of the committee, and I'm together.
Let's do it. Let's keep going around the room.
Hello, Charles County and the world. My name is Angelica Jackson. I am a member of the Charles County Hispanic Heritage Month Celebration Committee, and also representing nonprofit Phoenix International Incorporated, which manages Charles County's first ever arts and innovation public charter school, Phoenix International School of the Arts. I am a longtime Charles County resident. Mm-hmm. I am a wife. I am a mom of 1 and 1 on the way, and I am just so glad to be here. This is like my night out, Friday night out, mom's night out. So I'm glad to be here tonight.
Since they did the most. I'm Deborah Collins, and I am another one of the committee members for Hispanic Heritage Month. I am the proud founder of Mi Gentes Unido and Acción Inc. I also own Vamos a Hablar LLC. I also run Reuben Collins' office, the R.B. Collins Law Firm. Yeah, that's me. So I'm all of that. And I'm also a mom, I'm a wife, and I do all that other stuff that they said too. So thank you. Thank you for having me, sir.
Could I say welcome back to you?
Yeah, welcome back. I was in the corner last time, but now I'm here.
Hey, started from the bottom. Okay. So First of all, for everyone out there too as well, like I said, turn the mics up a little bit. I got you. Hopefully that works out a little bit better. If there's any issues, comment section, please let us know. Thank you very much for everything. Carlos, Jamila, Carlos again. How y'all doing tonight, everybody?
Hey,
Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Friday night podcast. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so I'm kind of curious. How it goes. It's been I'll say a while. I mean like a year and a half. So yes.
Saved it for the best.
Hey, I'm just glad we're able to get this working. I know y'all want to do this in September, so apologies for the
time coming.
apologies for the schedule, but here we are. So
Yep.
first and foremost, let's start from the top. What is Hispanic Heritage Month? What is the background of what's the history behind it?
Yeah, so Hispanic Heritage Month started in 8, like that's when hope everyone. So that's
Yeah, you good.
when that recognition started to really Americans started first like gay, and then it turned into 4 weeks because we have so many. Like when we talk about Hispanic and Latinos, we're talking about 30 subgroups. So that's a lot of partying. We couldn't all do it in one day, so we said let's make sure we make a month out of it. And also the reason that we're celebrating starting on September 15th is you have a lot of Latin countries independent, Costa Rica being one of them. And so we started independent. So we go all the way to. We wanted to make a month and together with everyone that was like passionate about celebrate. All right, let's do it. What's the vision? A little bit of the history.
Okay, so why the 4 of you? How did y'all come together?
There's more than 4.
It's more than us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell us. Come on now. Don't leave him out here.
ACP President Iota Sweat. She has been helping us. She has an event tonight, so she couldn't make it. The Shops of Waldorf, Latanya,
LB Innovation.
Yeah, LB Innovation. So it's more than just us.
And then we have also
Latanya
and Fieldside Home Innovation as well. So racial equality. I mean, we talk about community efforts. Like this here is your example. Community coming together, building something. There's so many of us.
And I think because you asked what brought us together. Let me get my mic.
Go for it.
What brought us together is that we all have a passion for making sure that everyone in the community feels welcomed and feels seen and heard and understood. And with the Hispanic community just growing in Charles County, it made sense that these individuals came together to make sure we could celebrate the Hispanic community the right way, in a fun way. Exactly.
We share a lot of the same things. She gave me the mic back, but Michael, can you hear me?
He's not in here yet.
Oh, I'm sure he's
Someone
coming.
tag Michael Leftway.
Don't make that man too famous now. Don't make him too famous. Yeah, but please go on. What is your role in the committee in the formation of this team?
Our role or my
Your role.
individual role?
Absolutely.
So my role is the entertainment. I love entertainment. So we're doing the entertainment. And what else are we doing? The entertainment and what other job did we have?
Sponsors,
Oh, the
sponsors,
vendors, games, sponsors, just talking to the community, really bringing the people
Yeah.
is what I say. So
I can't wait. Outside
So
Charles
the
County.
entertainment, yes, we have
Yeah, who we got?
La Orquesta, el alcalde de la salsa, Pablo Perez, who happens to be my bra. And we also have Magal, is how you say his name. And we also have Martica con la K. So they will be here dancing, singing. And we also have CSM's group is coming.
Rent is coming to sing, so.
We have
okay.
Charles County Public Schools. They're coming, and we're going to have all kinds of entertainment, all kinds of activities for the kids. We're going to have all kinds of vendors. Shop. Bring your pocketbook. Bring your chairs.
And bring your
Come
appetite.
sit down. Bring your appetite. We're going to have all kinds of food. Salsa y sabor will be there.
And what day, what time, what location?
Oh, so it's going to be October 15th at the Shops of Waldorf. So we start at 12, we end at 5. You don't have to there afterwards.
Of
And
course.
the party's just gonna be long, like look nice. So we're excited about that. And just come and celebrate. Come ready to dance, party, ready
Come in peace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't know.
Come
Yeah.
in peace, because if you
Yeah.
have your little drinky drink in your pocketbook, we ain't responsible.
We are not.
So we just want you to behave yourself, sit in that chair or get up and dance and bring your dancing shoes, but behave, please behave. Please.
That's a good point. You may want to bring your lawn chair, because we will have a stage and again, performers and entertainment. So if you want to sit and stay a while, you may want to bring your lawn chair, a tent or something like that.
So what was the what's the background? Like, has this been done before as far as Charles County heritage? Has it been recognized by? No, it hasn't. So who did you reach out to get started? How did you get the permits, the licensing? How does all this format?
Yeah, so this is where community is powerful, and we are unique where we all kind of know each other. Tanya Thomas, which Waldorf. I was talking a little bit, and we actually talked when we had the podcast. Y'all called in talking about a little bit of education, and like this is an opportunity to really educate on the history and the culture, and just to do a little bit more better and to bring community together. So she connected me with Debbie, because Debbie, like, this is years, but when you start looking, you don't want to do it because you shouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And you really want a really strong team,
And you can't do it alone.
And you can't do it
a
alone.
lot of work.
It's too much.
Exactly. And we all bring our different lenses, perspective, expertise. You bring your network. You bring the already
Background.
know. Exactly. So we wanted to make sure that we had with Natanya and Debbie, and then we can. And Shauna was like, "Tell me how to help."
Mm-hmm.
And Madam President for the was like, "Yeah, I'm there." Like and all of us came together to say, like, we all want to center community. What do we need to do? So in terms of permits, Natanya, Latasha, they really their expertise. They always throw like dope, amazing summer fest is happening right now. Debbie also and Angelica came with like entertainment. How to get the concerts. Same thing for Eileen. Shauna and I like when we talk about community outreach, we were like, this is what we're doing. Everybody get ready for it. So we all brought our different expertise, and we also did ways that we can show up and help, and how we're capable of doing and making this a big deal. So and really this like Debbie's been one years. So for her to bring us together and say like, this is how we can do it also.
And there's still time to get tables as well, right?
Yes,
if you still want to be a vendor, or if you still want to come and bring some of your amazing food, get in contact with us, and we will get you the information that you need to come and join us on the 15th.
How do we get in contact with you?
And we will get in contact through Mi Gente Unido.
Yep.
So I got to think about that, because it's long. Mi Gente Unido en Acción
At gmail.com.
Then I gotta spell it all out. So we're gonna put that on the screen for you. Yeah, we're gonna put that on the screen for you, because it's just like real long.
It's right there.
It's
Drop
not
it here.
right.
Somebody
Right.
type that.
How you
and
do that
I
on
can put that-
TikTok? Yeah.
Do you have a TikTok too as well?
Oh, we should. No, but we do have a Facebook page, and the vendor form is there. All the information on the Facebook page of the event also. So we'll make sure to put that in the tag the page.
And everyone is welcome. It's just not for Latinos, so everybody
Yes,
can
that's
come.
a good point.
So
That's a
please,
good point,
we're
because I
here
get
to
that all the
celebrate
time.
Our entire community and
Yeah.
uplift our Latino brothers and sisters.
So Debbie, let me ask you a question. So you've been trying to
I
get
gotta
this
watch
thing
him.
started. You gotta watch me.
Let me turn around and give you the side eye real quick.
I've never asked a gotcha question on the history of this particular channel. So you've been trying to get this started for a while.
So I've lived here for 26 years.
Don't mind me, just keep talking.
And the whole time, I'm gonna talk. He gonna walk away? You gonna listen? Oh. I've been living here for 26 years, and I've never seen anything promoted as far as like Latinos. And where I'm from in New Jersey, we always had like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, or we had all kinds of festivals whenever it was like Hispanic Heritage Month. And like Pascal said, celebrating different countries and different cultures. And I never seen that here. So they thought I was strange when I was asking about that. I don't know what you're talking about. But then as it started growing here, I was like, look, we got to do something, because people go other places. Even I was going to D.C. to Baltimore, D.C., Montgomery County, other places, Prince George's County, and nothing here. But finally, we got it here, and we're going to do this on Saturday.
What was the process as far as licensing permits? Any issues as far as that?
No, so the good thing is the Shops of Waldorf, they already have the permits kind of set up for doing events there throughout the year. And so they just had to add it on. Now, not to say that it wasn't like, oh, snap your fingers and we can have permits.
Hello.
We went through, I know, like we went through the process. You go through the Planning and Growth Management division. Shout out to the Citizens Academy from now that I know that. Like, shout out to Doria. But there is a process, right? And so I will say that the more that we do these cultural events, I'm hoping it gets easier because I want to make sure that community can come together more often and that there aren't as many barriers to come together. So, you know, little by little, we're changing those mindsets. Little by little, we're changing processes and policy, hopefully to make it a lot easier for us to do cultural events like this and not make it where there's so many hurdles. So we were able to do it, though, in the end. So, again, shout out to Natanya and Tasha over at the Shops of Waldorf, because they really had everything in place to be able for us to be successful.
I know people are probably thinking, oh, yeah, the commissioner's wife. No, we follow policy.
We had hurdles.
We follow policy. We had hurdles. That's right. So there were no favors.
That should be a huge help having Commissioner Collins right there.
Just because I lay next to the man didn't mean nothing. We had to do the right thing.
We're like, Debbie, we need help.
That's right. That's right. Got to do what I got to do. Hey. But that didn't matter.
Hey, first and foremost, thank you. Comment section had a few audio issues on the side. Yeah, thank you very much. Had a few issues on the side as far as Pascal and Shauna, but we got that fixed. They just passed the mic back and forth, so definitely appreciate it.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Thank you, Walter. I see he put the.
Yes, look at that. I'm dropping terms. I'm learning things.
So what?
Like that.
So the Hispanic Heritage Month ends when?
So it ends October 15th. So it's from September 15th to October 15th.
So that's it. We'll see you in about a year.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's an annual event, right, guys?
We're gonna be loud. You're gonna hear us there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like throughout the year, like it's not gonna just be
They're gonna know this is to let people know we're here, and we're gonna continue to be here, and we're gonna come back again.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So after October 15th, what's next?
Yeah, we keep planning. Like really, events like this. When I tell you, like normally events like this take a year of planning, right? And we came together in May and said, let's make it happen. So for the fact that we were able to come together so quickly and we all knew like this is what we wanted to center and this is what we're going to accomplish, that already right there is like amazing. So we would like to start earlier to make sure that we're planning more. We make it a grander. We're asking for sponsorships because when we're talking about celebrating community, we're talking about celebrating them in different ways. It's not just hosting also a festival and a celebration. We're talking about scholarships. We're talking about education. We're talking about economic support. You know, there's different ways that you can celebrate and support community, and we have to be doing those throughout the year. It shouldn't just be during the month. Absolutely, right? So
after the event, then it's the scholarship time. My vision is a big gala for this to raise the money so that we can continue doing different things and helping on every level.
You talking like tux, dress, all that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hey, BNY.
We cute right now, but
BNY is ready. Hey, come on now.
We cute right now with our shirts. But hey, watch the gala, bam.
Hey, it don't take much. Just put the word out there. That bat signal, we'll be there. So
exactly, the bat signal.
Get ready.
Absolutely. And then also, like, this is where we want to make sure that we're shouting out other entities or organizations or people doing the work throughout the year, whether it's Charles County Public Schools, whether it's the Economic Development Department, whether it's the Health Department, Chamber of Commerce. There's so many ways that, and so many different people that can make sure they're within community, supporting community, uplifting them in different ways. So it's time to do the work. And
come
we're
join our committee. Feel free to come join our committee.
Come help.
Send that message to Jamila, helped us out, right? To Mi Gentes Unido en Acción @gmail.com, and we'll get you some information. So.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure I copy that down too as well. Yeah, I need that for future
Mi Gentes
use.
Unido in Action means that my people united in action.
Okay,
That's
there we go.
Mi Gentes Unido en Acción means.
Got it. Okay, thank you for that. So Is there anything political with this too as well, or just heritage, just history?
Nah,
She said.
we're gonna skip that. No,
Okay.
not political.
No PACs about to pop out of this.
No.
Not endorsing candidates or.
Go ahead, Angela.
No, I think generally this is
talking to Mike.
We're coming
Yeah.
together to celebrate the culture, the heritage, and of course that has an impact on all aspects of community. So political, all of the different agencies, economic development, just a lot of the agencies that the health department that Pascal just mentioned, because we want to make sure that those who identify as being Hispanic American, Hispanic, Latino, Latina, that they have access to those entities, those agencies, and to our community leadership, including politicians. So it has an influence.
Yeah.
But I think that we come together to celebrate the culture, to celebrate the people, the practices, the traditions, and just bringing light and amplifying that. So I think that's where we leave it.
Yeah, it's not political, but I like that.
I
There's
do
an
love that.
influence.
Let me ask this: what's your favorite part of the Hispanic culture, if you can choose?
Oh, that's a tough
The
one.
music for me.
The music.
I'm definitely a salsa dancer, and
Okay.
I love music. So I love the arts. So that's why we're sitting together, right?
That's
You go salsa dancing
Oh yeah.
with Commissioner Collins?
Yeah.
I need to see
You
these
got some
moves.
hidden talent, like.
Yes, I tell him. Yes.
Video of y'all.
Oh wait, yeah.
I need to see these.
Yes, he knows how to dance. He knows how to dance, Michael.
Oh,
He ain't even here.
Michael.
Well,
Nah,
wants
he
to
ain't
see it
here.
again.
He ain't
He'll
here.
see it again.
Carlos, find Michael.
But yeah, all right. So salsa, so the music too as well. Anyone else? As far as the culture goes.
The history. If you don't know, my two oldest are adopted. They do know who their mom is. They don't really know their biological dad. But it's the history for me. It's me letting them know part of where they came from, how important it is of their heritage, and to be proud who they are, and to know, just to acknowledge it and to understand it. So and that it comes in different shades, because my two oldest are Afro Latino and they're kind of dark skinned. So it's kind of to remind them, like, come in all different colors.
Yes, we do.
You could be the lightest of the lightest and the darkest of the darkest. That's still your heritage. That's still part of you.
And Shauna brought up a good point, because I was born and raised in New Jersey, and I learned to speak Spanish through my mom. So we would speak English to her. She would speak Spanish to us. So I always joke about my own Spanish, because I learned it from home. I didn't learn it in school. I didn't, take it in college or anything like that. But and then for a long time, when I moved here 26 years ago, I lost my mom. So there wasn't a lot of people here that I can speak Spanish with. So it was like, oh no, I'm going to lose this. What do I do? So that's when I started teaching. So I figured, as I teach the children, I can teach myself. So I started speaking more. So that's important. And then listening to Pascal, who rolls those R's. No, I'm not intimidated. I know how to speak like that. So I always say, I can defend myself. So that's important.
Let's expand the conversation. What do you think some of the biggest issues affecting the Hispanic community are today?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot that our community faces, just as any other community, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to health, and when it comes to education. We are like many other communities that have historically been marginalized and taken for granted. So there are a lot of inequities, but there's also resiliency. And I think that's the most, my favorite part of my community is our resiliency and our language and our people, and just how together we come to survive and see everything through. But we are facing the same things as any other family is facing, right? Same struggles.
Nothing different.
But I think that was the important part to me, because I, as a Latina, am so happy and proud. And I tell everybody when I'm on a work call, oh yeah, I live in Charles County. It's the wealthiest Black county in America. Like, I let them know, like, we're proud of that. And so there are Black and brown constituents here and families that are facing similar struggles. We're in the same bucket, and I hate that people place us in a bucket, and I hate that analogy, but it is that we are in the same bucket. We're seeing that there are gaps in inequities in education. We're seeing that there's gaps in opportunity. We see that also through to talking about some of the businesses in Charles County that are like, oh, I've never actually seen anybody come and visit me. I've never had anybody talk to me. I feel very displaced. I know that there are a lot of people that feel that way. So it just depends who you talk to, but we are facing similar struggles as any other community. And so that's where I feel even more so the urgency to band together, to support one another, that Black and brown communities, we are so much more powerful when we are united. Our collective impact is so much greater rather than us trying to win the oppression war. Like, oh, who is deeper in that bucket? Let's not do that. Nobody needs to do that. That's not fun. Like, instead, let's figure out how to get the hell out of the bucket and try to really strive for greatness. So.
Y Pascal, si me puede hacer el favor y puede decir todo eso en español, porque hay gente viendo lo que nosotros estamos hablando y hablan en español y no hablan inglés.
Sí, que estamos viendo las mismas inequidades que muchas otras comunidades. Estamos viendo inequidades cuando estamos viendo en educación, cuando estamos viendo en salud, cuando estamos viendo en la economía. Estamos viendo lo mismo que otras organizaciones y comunidades. Si uno hablaría con una familia a la otra, te dirían que sí, estamos viendo las inequidades cuando estamos hablando de la educación pública, que estamos viendo que hay problemas cuando uno está viendo de trabajo, de salud. Y lo que tenemos que hacer, lo más importante, es estar con comunidad, ¿verdad? No es quién está más mal ahorita en este mundo, pero cómo vamos a ayudarnos todos para sobrevivir, para hacer mejor, para tener un mejor mundo. So, that's a little bit of Spanish for y'all.
Just a little bit.
Because we have Spanish viewers who are non.
Somos más
No, please do your
juntos.
thing, please. This podcast is for you, the people. No, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm right there with you. I guess a question here too is from Carlos. Is there anything specific as far as Charles County goes?
For Latinos, Debbie and I mean, we've talked to a lot of constituents in the community, right? So I can tell you from my perspective, it's education, right? For a lot of families, it's not being seen. It's not having the resources they need. It's language sometimes being looked as something as of a nuisance or something as a problem, as a deficit rather than an asset, right? And so I'm seeing more in the education space is just like community wanting to be seen and heard. When we come to this country, if you are not from this country, this is not your country of origin, you are coming from countries where you are not told that you can be super involved, where you are not maybe used to using your voice and showing up. Here we are asking you to do more, to be more involved, to say things, to be your child's greatest advocate. And we have that fight and fire, but it does take a little bit of understanding that you can now do that here. And so you see families maybe just not knowing how to navigate the complex education system that we have in the U.S. And so that's where I see opportunity for CTPS maybe to be a little bit more involved with those families, with our English language learners, for there to be more resources, for language to be seen as an asset, not a deficit. And for the one thing I tell everybody, have it in language. Like, if I see one more government website without something in Spanish, I might scream in Spanish. Like, I might just do it. And
in Spanish.
Yeah, you just like, I know. Santísima. I might just lose it in Spanish. You all see me in Waldorf just losing my mind. You know, Pascal saw something not in language.
That I can speak to because that is something that they are working on and they are changing that. So not to get political, but that's what's happening. Because they didn't have that before. They didn't have that here before.
I'm just going to add this because my full-time job is with the Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm still waiting for that email, Dev. I'm still waiting on that email. And even we make sure that everything is in language. We have everything in Spanish. So it's mind-boggling when I see things here, especially government websites that are not in Spanish.
And that's how Vamos a Hablar LLC came about, because I was working as a teacher and listening to people who had the issue. I'm trying to run my class, but I hear somebody over there struggling, and I'm like, ooh, I got to go be nosy. So I go over there and go try it. And it's a good nosy, though. It's a good nosy, though. It's a good nosy because I have to say to the class, okay, y'all in your workbooks, you doing something? I'll be right back. I'll go across the hallway. I got to go see what's going on. Oh, what's wrong? The parent doesn't know. The parent, this is a true story. Parent is in an IEP meeting thinking that her child got suspended. She's thinking she's meeting with the administrators to suspend her child. She's getting ready to sign papers. You're in an IEP meeting. What are you doing? She didn't understand that. So that's what made me start Vamos a Hablar. Vamos a Hablar means let's talk. And I think that's a great concept because you can talk about anything, whether you need to learn English, whether you need to have a document translated 50 million times, or whatever it is. We're here, to help. And it's just time to change that. And I'm just so tired of the first. Just do it.
Yep. And I would say another one that I know Carlos knows a lot of is housing. Housing's another issue for a lot of families moving into the county or that are here. The opportunity to own a home, like that also may be something that a lot of families would wish that they could do. And then the other one is just being in community, as we were wanting to make sure that we were super intentional, that we weren't just putting on a celebration. We're like, well, we want to make sure that we're supporting local business too, right? So we went and we talked to local business. We had our first celebration at Mariachis in Waldorf. Shout out to Mariachis for being amazing. And we heard from them too, that they just felt, not as supported as other businesses, as highlighted, as celebrated, as seen. And so that's why we wanted to make sure we're intentional. So when we do talk about leadership, whether it's political or those that are already just within the county that have positions of power, we saw a lot of support that day. We saw just joy. We saw the business being recognized, and that was big for them. I mean, we had the manager say, thank you so much, for coming, for supporting us, for pouring into us. And so as we are happy to pour into others, we would also like the same, the same. Pour into us, and support us.
And that's another good point, because all of the businesses that we hit and we go into is like, hey, we're here to help you. We're here to support you. There's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah. We walked up in Mariachis by mistake, so we thought, because we were looking for a restaurant where you all went to that was a Latino restaurant. And then it was like, oh, this is a good place. Matter of fact, we can probably have the event here because everything was already set up. So why reinvent the wheel? So we started reaching out to the owners, and we can do this. This is what we can do. And hey, this is how you can be a part of the county, So there's nothing to be afraid of. Diles en español. Lo que son, que tienen negocio en el condado, no tienen que tener miedo. Estamos aquí para ayudarlo a ustedes.
Ella lo dijo, ¿para qué te decirlo yo? Ya lo dijo. Ya lo dijo Debbie.
We also shout out Clean Wave, our volunteers.
Yes. At Clean Wave, we got a bunch of them. Clean Wave, what's the cake place, the bakery?
Veracruz Bakery.
Veracruz Bakery. We said mariachi like 50 times. What's the other one? The skating ring, Jose Perez. We also
let my kid hang out there.
there are plenty of fun places, plenty of people that are here. Muchos de los negocios que están en el condado de Charles. Muchas gracias para apoyarlo a nosotros con esto. Lo veremos el día 15. Don't forget, be there de 12 a 5. Lo esperamos.
See, her Spanish is beautiful, right, y'all?
Sounds good to me. No complaints.
What you think, Ricky?
Hey, A+. A+. I do have a question. You mentioned some business being afraid. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is? Or why do you think that was?
Well, let me back it up then. With the businesses in the county, and being Latino, the folks that are here with Latino, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm a Latina from New Jersey, remember? And
it's a different culture.
Right, exactly. You have to build trust. And when you go into these communities, if they don't trust you, if you're not part of their community, you can't get in. So I had to build that trust. And I was happy that I was a teacher with Charles County Public Schools, Prince George's County Public Schools, and those communities speak to each other. Also private schools, they speak to each other. And when somebody is reaching out to help, then that's when they say, oh, yeah, she's okay. and that's when they start letting you in. So being a teacher and having conferences with the parents and speaking to them and trying to see what else they needed beyond the classroom, that's how they started to build that trust with me. So they felt like, okay, she's okay. I also worked at social services, so child support, all those places where that's community. So it brings me all around to that. So that's why I had to get out of those places, because I felt like my hands were tied. If I was trying to help somebody, you got to follow, the rules and the policy of where you work. So getting out on my own and creating those two businesses that I did, para los Latinos, para nosotros, all of us, you don't just have to be Latino to come and get that help. We're here.
Fantastic. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you got to walk in, you're going to be a part of the community for the community to take you into as well to get the trust. I get it. I understand that. That makes perfect sense to me. So we got the event on the 15th. All right. What is after that? Is that, I know it kind of mentioned like the year, but is there anything for the winter that we may have planned to as well, or anything come up in the spring? Any other communities in Charles County that you're getting together with too as well? Any partnerships?
Well, so when we're talking about, like, though this is the first, there's so much more that you can do beyond just Hispanic Heritage Month, right?
Anything in Black History?
Yes, right, exactly.
Yeah.
The same committee. President Sweat has already recruited us, and if you don't know, Pascal's children are Afro-Latino. Miss Collins' children are Afro-Latino. So, yes, up next is Black History Month. So we will be going big. Yes, we will. Yes. And the kids have already asked for it. So they're super excited. Shout out to Erica and Lane. Her son was like, yes, let's do a Hispanic Heritage Month, but I want the same effort for Black History Month. So we owe it to the babies to do the same thing. So, yes, that's absolutely next. Native American History Month is in November. So we'll definitely be celebrating our own, because we have a few that's yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yep.
National, yes. So we'll be celebrating it. Yes.
American, we have tons of stuff.
And yes, Charles County Public Schools, I fixed your Columbus Day. Yeah, we don't celebrate that over here. Did you see that? I fixed it.
Hold a second. I didn't see that. Go ahead, talk on it.
I fixed it. Only Christopher we celebrate is Christopher Wallace. Okay?
All right, hold a second. Little backstory with this one. You said you fixed it. What did you fix?
So,
who did you talk to, and what happened?
No. So you are.
I want details. That's what I want.
That's another part.
Yes. I run Charles County Moms of Color, which your wife is a part of. It's a group. Hi, Jenny. Hi.
She has a T-shirt.
And Erica addressed it publicly. So yes, but no, they just announced that there's no school on Monday. Yes, I took off the Columbus Day. We put Indigenous Peoples Day. Yes, I fixed it when I posted it, because we don't celebrate.
You said did Charles County fix it on their end?
No, they didn't fix it. They still say Columbus Day. But when I say I fixed it when I announced it to my group, Charles County Moms of Color, that we don't celebrate that here.
It is on the Charles County Public School calendar. It does say Indigenous Peoples Day. Oh. And it says Columbus Day. It says both.
Yeah. So, but on their Twitter, they did not say that.
Small step forward.
On their...
Not political. Back to the festival.
Yes. I just want to shout out Erica. I want to shout you out. I'm looking at your comment. He's looking to the next oratory contest. So for Juneteenth, I'm on the Juneteenth celebration committee, and we do an oratory contest every year. We had wonderful young, grade school aged young Black men, Black boys participate this year, and they were awesome.
They were
awesome.
And I just want to shout out, because the youngest one, I won't say his name because I'm not like that, but I saw him and I watched him my Sunday virtual learning with him, and I saw his growth. And for you to say that virtual learning does not work and you don't make friends, that is a fibber, because guess what?
Who said that?
Fibber.
Dr. Navarro. She sure did. Yes. I'm just
yeah, you know me.
Like, let me get
I'm just saying, take the mic. Take the mic, because we're going back to Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah,
we're going back to Hispanic Heritage Month. We want to let the Latinos know what's going on.
Yes, they did, and then we should do it for Hispanic Heritage Month. We should have some. We need to find some kids.
If you can, Pascal, if you can just let the people know in Espanol, and I just want to go back a little bit because
please,
I think
go ahead.
we skipped the very important part of letting the people know what we're here for. And you were mentioning the housing, the help, the work, medical, all of that. If you can just let them know that in Spanish, in your beautiful language.
Of the issues or what we're here to help?
That what we're here to help with,
Right,
the
right.
issues, the what you said earlier, I thought that was great, but you said it in English, but I keep remembering that we have the Latino viewers, and I want them to know, why we're here and what we're here for.
Sí, que estamos aquí más que solo una celebración, un festival, de que estamos aquí para ayudar a la comunidad, para traernos todos juntos, de que sea para la vivienda, que sea para la familia, que sea educación, salud, la economía, trabajos, lo que sea. Aquí está, usted tiene aquí una comunidad en Charles County de latinos, de afro-latinos, de Latin y otros que también no quieren ayudarnos, que aquí hay ayuda, hay comunidad. Entonces, que no se sientan obligados de estar aquí solos, de que no vayan y que pidan ayuda, porque yo sé que también en nuestra comunidad hay algo en el orgullo latino que nos detiene de preguntar para ayuda, de que nos detiene de preguntarles a otros que nos ayuden. Entonces, que aquí no tengan miedo, ¿verdad? Que se sientan cómodos preguntarle a la comunidad que nos ayuden, que nos celebren, que nos quieran, que nos inviten, porque aquí estamos y hay bastante ayuda.
Podemos venir a disfrutar el día 15, pero también queremos que sepan que estamos aquí para ustedes, para ayudar con lo que necesiten. Vengan, disfruten, pero también si tienen un negocio, si necesitan ayuda con cualquier cosa, vamos a tener una mesa y pueden darle la información a nosotros y nosotros lo podemos poner en contacto con ustedes. So, lo que sea, estamos aquí.
I will say that when you're talking about like what's beyond October, right? It was actually super intentional because the universe loves us and we're super dope.
You might have mentioned to me earlier.
Super dope.
Yeah.
For the nonprofits that we're working with to be working with us. So when it comes to, again, shout out to our local NAACP, Mi Gentes Unidos Acción, and Southern Racials for Equality. To me, those are the ones that are going to continue the work. So all the money that comes for the vendors, and for like once we're done paying for entertainment and stuff, is going to be going to a scholarship for youth, for students that identify as Hispanic, Latino, Latin, and Afro-Latino that are looking to go get opportunities for college and career. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we want to make sure the community, when they come to the October 15th event, sign up to be a member for some of these organizations, like so that you can continue to be in community. The whole point of this is to make sure that people don't feel displaced, to know that you have somewhere to go, to come together, to congregate, to go ask for help, to be more involved, to know resources at your disposal. So that's where NAACP comes in, right? For that to be such a large civil rights organization that we have here that has such deep roots in social justice work, sign up to be a member. When it comes to Mi Gentes Unidos en Acción, if you need resources at your disposal, if you need to know how to navigate our local system, if you need to know, like, I need a little bit of help of understanding so-and-so, or understanding where I can get these resources, or someone needs help, that's what Debbie there is for. Again, we have so many nonprofits that are helping that I know beyond today are going to be the ones doing the work. So we want to support them. And when we talk about politics, support them. Support those doing the work and continuing the work and continuing to bring communities together. We know it's an election season. We know that. Like, we are very, very aware and of that. So if you're talking about it, and if you are saying that you are for community, then be about it. Show us that. Show up. Make sure you're supporting us beyond this moment.
And I just want to add, because you just made me think of this. I just want to add that Lifestyles of Maryland has been a very, very big, for a very long time, supporter for people in the community. However, what we're doing now is to support that, the support that help that was already out there. But now we're here to continue to help and pick up on any overwhelming, I guess, situations or issues or whatever you want to call it that they may have. But we're here for that. So I just wanted to add that.
So let me ask you this. We talked about your plans going beyond just Hispanic history to other cultures. Is there any plan as far as Charles County to maybe like a place where this history is preserved at, a museum of sorts.
I love that idea.
We can put that
No,
on
but
our notes.
yeah, exactly. Like you just said it.
I don't want to just say no. So one of the primary pillars of Phoenix International Incorporated, our nonprofit, and the school that we manage, Phoenix International School of the Arts, is for it to be a place, really a beacon in our community, like a cultural center, driven by the community, led by our students, where they are creating artifacts, they are creating speeches, they are preserving culture, all cultures. It's international school. And so I think my vision and what I hope to contribute to the Charles County Hispanic Heritage Month Celebration Committee, so long name.
I got an acronym.
We gonna work on that.
Yes. But is to, when we have our forever home, our large schools, to have a place where the community can come together and have conversations, preserve their history, because our goal is to cultivate these young people to be culture keepers. And so that is when just saying that it makes me feel good that is where you're already thinking and are already part of our shared vision for what's to come with this committee.
Yeah, because that's an important thing. Like 20 years from now, you want me to look back like at this moment right now that when this particular committee got started.
I'll be looking at it from my couch, just to let y'all know.
That's fine. That's fine.
We're getting this started so that the rest of you can take it over.
There it is.
Like I talk about it all the time. We're building this, right? She just said it, culture keepers, to pass it on, passing the baton to you folks. I'm young too, but you younger folks.
It's like
I'll try not to get in the age. Get that thing close.
Nah, it's like my aunts used to say growing up too, as well as that. We brought all the cousins together, for y'all to grow up together. Now it's your turn to do with your kids. Never mind. Don't worry about that. Yeah, now it's your turn. Yeah, now it's your turn to do it. So I get it. Yeah. I ain't worried about that.
That's what it's all about. Just passing it on to, the next generation, to you guys. You guys can pass it on to your children. So
good. I want to take a look at some of these comments too as well. Carlos loves activism. Shauna too as well. From everyone else here too as well. Erica, kudos to the panel for opening up by the opportunity for exposure to various cultures. This is what community is all about. Many want to be of service. Carlos again too as well. Make sure candidates and legislators empower communities not only during election seasons but while in office. I know y'all don't want to get political, but I have to ask the question. I have to ask that y'all have a certain amount of capital right now as far as everything you're doing in the community. Why not use that capital to influence legislation too as well?
Here, y'all.
Everything comes back to it.
Do you mean the committee itself, or the
the committee itself,
Hispanic community, and the
committee that you're representing?
The committee.
The committee you're representing. Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're doing a lot of work to build capital to actually put this production on.
There you go.
So we are very grassroots still right now.
That's the best part.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. But I do think that, what do they say? Money is power in some sense when it comes to influencing legislature and all of those things. But I think right now we are just, in terms of our progress, getting up enough capital to put the production together, to do our scholarship.
What is I know we kind of mentioned scholarship a few times here tonight. What are the requirements for it? Have y'all gotten that far, or is it just talking kind of like the framework of it?
Yeah, that's next. Not quite yet. We just know that we want to make sure that it is going to students that identify within the community as Hispanic, Latino, Latin, and Afro-Latino, and that are pursuing college and career and higher education, right? Or technical training, right? Because, we know that college may not be for all.
Trade
or
school.
That's not right. Yeah. Exactly. So we just wanted to open it up. So what we could use, if we're talking about influencing anything, is more donations, right? Like more, period. Right?
Jamila, go ahead and put that up again. Mi gente unido en acción. What's our cash app?
Our cash app. Please.
PayPal.
We are open to donations.
Checks.
So
cash.
exactly.
Make sure they don't bounce.
Exactly. Like
Checks
put
payable too.
right?
Yes.
Mi gente es unido en acción.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's put that money where it is. So, like, shout out to Carlos Childs, for example. Like, Carlos is now part of the Democratic Central Committee. We know that, yes, we are in election season. We're seeing those that come to celebrate us and support us. Shout out to Senator Ben Cardin that came and also sent out a representative to make sure that we got recognized. Like, all that is great.
Commissioner Collins,
Commissioner
he gave
Collins
us a citation.
and Amanda Stewart were there
C.T.
too.
Wilson gave us a
Exactly.
citation.
So that to
Pastor
me,
Oya,
that
I
to
got
me
it.
is like power right there, right? And so it also is meeting people where they are at. That's why we're trying to build base. That's why we're trying to build understanding of resources and what your power actually is as someone of the community. We had to build that out first before we just jump into legislation and policy changing. But if you can change people's understanding, if you give them the tools and you build out their capacity, that comes next. Like, that's always going to come next. And we want to make sure that they know, that community knows that they are not alone, they are not displaced. You have others that are seeing and want that change too, and you can be a part of that transformation. But we got to build that out first. So I would say that comes first, is building the base and building community and building our capacity and awareness. We're going to meet those people in our community where they're at, but we're never going to leave them there. We're going to build out their capacity and make sure that they're not left alone.
And shout out to Dr. Navarro too. I know Shauna said her thing earlier, but shout out to Dr.
Which
Navarro
was facts too.
because Dr. Navarro is playing a big part in this. They have right. They're doing all kinds of stuff for us.
I want to say October 13th.
A little closer to the mic.
Thomas Stone. Oh,
Closer
sorry.
to the
You're
mic.
good,
Go
you're
ahead,
good,
say
you're
Dr.
good.
Navarro out loud. We
Yes.
got you, Dr. Navarro. Go ahead.
They're having an event on October 13th at Thomas Stone to celebrate Hispanic heritage, and she's gonna, I saw it posted, and she's gonna give out some information and talk about it and the history of it. So yeah, I could be
Good.
I mean, I can be both. I could be critical of you, and I could be a fan of you. So I mean, what she's doing for the children and Hispanic heritage and coming out, and she gave out history, and she's done it a couple of times. So I could be critical of you and still be, give you your flowers too. Yeah, I'm both. I am, yes.
We are critical.
And you know what? I care, and I want you to be
critical.
and you know what? I want you to be critical of me too. And I've had people be critical of me, and I take it, and I want to become a better person. So I'm not just like, oh, I'm talking about you. You can talk about me too. I'm not the best. I got my flaws. Trust me. Ask Tyler Marks.
That's true.
I asked the husband.
That's true.
He'll tell you all of them.
That's true, and I don't have a problem with that either. I mean,
Yeah.
people talk about me all the time, but I'm gonna look this way. I'm not gonna look at the camera right now. But hey, but like I said, I keep it real. I mean, I never said I was perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not fake. I'm real. And we were talking about other folks and all of that because it ain't about me. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this.
Oh, he's in the comments.
She is flawless.
She is flawless. Oh, someone put a flower emoji. Can we like?
Come on,
Hey.
Mr. Collins, get on and make a comment. Make a comment, Mr.
I'm like, wait a
Make
minute.
a comment, Mr. Collins.
You know what? My husband don't have Facebook, so I'll forgive him. But
Hey, Tyler, look at you. You started more problems than anything else.
He got a phone. He got Facebook.
I know. I'm looking at my text like nothing. Not even checking if I'm here. What is going on?
How's how's the interaction been with the children? How they respond to
They
the
love
event
it.
so far?
They love it. And we have our kids out there. They working. Because this is important. You know, like this is important. This is heritage. And, it doesn't matter, what color they are because they all have friends that are from different backgrounds and organs. And this is how you learn. This is how you make your kids better by opening them up to everybody, community. That's why it's Charles County Moms of Color and not Charles County Black Moms or Charles County Hispanic Moms or Charles County Asian Moms. It's Charles County Moms of Color because guess what? When we're raising these babies, we all go through those same things when we're brown and black.
That's actually the first group that I joined when I moved here, before you guys were born, and it was Mocha Moms. So that was one of the
Mocha
first
Moms.
groups that I joined. I don't know. And then the founder, I don't believe she lives here anymore, but
She came to visit
was
us.
great. Did
I
she?
met with her.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, by you.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That really helped me a lot. That put me out into the community. I came here as a single mom, and that helped me find anything that I needed in the community when I joined that group. So yeah, shout out to Mocha Moms.
That's good. What does representation in the community mean to you?
Everything. To me, everything. And I'll tell you why. So my son plays volleyball. Charles County Public Schools does not have a boys volleyball team.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that until he wanted to do it. And when I went to school in Montgomery County, so we had one. So I thought everybody had one. And he went, and guess who his coach was? This amazing man from Puerto Rico. So guess what? His coach is, one, is a man, and two, he's Puerto Rican. That's my son. He saw himself in that coach. I want to come back. Guess what? He started inviting his friends. Guess what they having this winter? A boys volleyball team. It's private.
It's fantastic.
But it's
Yeah.
boys. So she's coming on the podcast, I believe October 24th. So please check her out.
Oh, I didn't announce that one yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you got some kids,
you're over here breaking BNY news for me. Hey, you're good.
I'm sorry.
Christy, how you doing?
But it's big because we need some more boys that want to play volleyball and build this up because it's something fun. There's scholarships out there. There's college boys, men. At that point, they're men. But representation is everything because he saw himself in that, and that's important. My son wants to be an art teacher. You know why he wants to be an art teacher? He had a black art teacher last year, and it was virtual, but it was a black art teacher, and it saw something in him that said, you know what, I want to be an art teacher. First of all, anybody want to be a teacher these days is a miracle. So I was like,
More male teachers. We need more male teachers, absolutely.
So in 20 years, you're gonna be hiring Quince at the international. He was like, I started here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the greatest.
What'd you say earlier? Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Hey, there it is. Keep that around the room. Representation. Yeah, I want to hear everybody's response to it.
You go first. I keep talking to you.
No, please. No, go ahead, Pascal.
Representation to me means also everything. I mean, to me, it means not feeling displaced. To me, it means seeing and being seen. So I feel like I am not from here, right? I was not born in Charles County. I was actually born in California, and my family is Costa Rican. So as soon as I was like 2 years old, I moved back to Costa Rica. Well, first we moved to Chile and then back to Costa Rica. I was raised outside of the U.S. And then my husband and I did, after going back to California, choose Charles County just because of all the beauty it had and all the potential it had. For me to come here, but then not find my community, I found it a little sad. I knew we were around, but I'm like, well, where we at? But then I found community with Shauna. I found community in Charles County Moms of Color, in creating Charles County Rise and talking to other parents, both in English and Spanish, about the education system, and just seeing how we all connected and we're kind of facing the same inequities and the same kind of issues. So to me, it felt like I found my community. I found family. I didn't feel so quite as an outsider or alone. Especially when you're not raised here in the U.S., you really miss your family. You miss what is home. I can tell you today, like, what the smell of rain smells like down there. Like, those things are like, they're really personal to me. And so I really remember where I come from. But this feels like home. Because Shauna made it feel like home, and because those moms made it feel like home, and because
they friends,
you don't feel she's my best friend. It just
I don't want to be finding your real best friend.
It made you feel like you're not alone, and they walk this walk with you. So in all the things that we're involved in, knowing and seeing that representation and knowing where to find your people and have them also be a part of the journey, be a part of your fight, be a part of the good and the bad and the transformation, to me is just so powerful. It makes me feel like this is home. So important.
Love to see it.
And that was very important because although, again, I was born and raised in New Jersey, when I visited Puerto Rico and never heard of this, but when the airplane landed, everybody started clapping. So I was like, okay, well, I'm clapping too with them. And then you hear the music. You get out, and as soon as you get out, when you land, you see the flags, you smell the food. So that was important that you said that you know what the rain smells like over there. And when I saw that, it made me cry. It touched me because I was like, wow, I wasn't born here, but I feel at home because I could understand the language. I could eat the food. So that is very important. So, I mean, when I go to Jersey, okay, I'm home. But shout out to Jersey. Jersey's strong. But when I went to Puerto Rico, it was like, oh, I'm a part of this. So that was really special. So, yeah, that is important to know where you're from the heart, or whether you're there, you know, living there or whatever it is. And like you said, I that's what I wanted to find. ¿Dónde está mi gente? Quería buscar mi gente cuando llegué a Charles County. ¿A dónde están mi gente? Esa es la gente que estaba buscando. Estaba buscando el ajo, habichuela y el coquito. So that's where, you know, that's where it hit home to me. And when you started finding people and going into places and you hear the language, and my kids were always saying, Mom, stop minding people's business. But I hear something that I understand. I'm not minding people's business. I need, hey, where are you from? And you go over there. Yeah. Now you got to be a little, you know, when you do that. But back in the day, you know, it's like, hey, I hear something that I understand. Let me go. And I won't even get into that because that's another thing. But when I would see people signing, because I do sign language, my brother was deaf. When I see people signing, I did that the other day over at Sweet Frog. I saw a family there signing, and I walked over and then I signed a little bit, and they understood me, and they were like, "Oh, are you deaf?" No, I had a brother, and you know, I let them know. That felt home to me too. That's community, you know. So whatever you know, you share it with people, you share it out. So, I mean, it's all good. Here, she's gonna take it home though. Go ahead.
You know what?
So
love it. Absolutely love it.
Reiterating
Absolutely
the question, what does representation mean to me? I'm very much aligned with Shauna about the kids. I always say Ange love the kids. But yes, you know, just the ability for my child, a young brown girl, to be able to be here in Charles County and see so much brown people in leadership is very important. And then beyond kids, I think about young adults who are wanting to come up in community as community leaders and seeing just, I think, the multi-generational impact of representation, seeing someone who looks like them in a position of leadership, a decision maker that can then be a mentor to them. And they have that instant connection because of the cultural relevance and the racial relevance and that sort of thing. So definitely just the ability for kids to be able to see themselves. And there's tons of research and evidence on this, right? Our personal experiences, but there is, as an education researcher, there's research behind the benefits and the impact of young people being able to see themselves in different roles and positions of power and things like that. So for the kids and for us young adults that that need mentors,
La joven.
Yes.
I will always be young.
Forever young. Hey, there it is.
Play that song.
I mean, hell, I even think about.
Siri, play Forever Young.
Hey, easy here. So, hey, don't get this copyrighted out here. Get it shut down in about 30 seconds.
Oh, sorry. Siri, mind your business.
I don't want no problems with the internet. I just want to exist. That's it. Look, our little corner of the internet in this small community. Hell, even with me too as well. You know, here on the mic, I coach too as well. You know, I think myself out in the community, and you know, I always try to be mindful. You know, I did even 11 years military service, so I always trying to be mindful of, you know, where I'm at, you know, how I'm acting too as well. So I get it. It does matter, you know, especially we know with us too as well, with, you know, children and how we carry ourselves. So they're always looking up. Hell, I got 3 inside. that look at everything I do. Even when I just move around the house, do something stupid, the next thing they behind me doing the same thing. I'm like, dude, I was pretending. I was pretending to fall down. Don't you to fall down the steps too as well. Like, don't do that. So no, it's very important, and I always try to make sure that I stay a role model, around those, and make sure that at least set the best example I could be. So
being the mature one here. with
Who?
three children.
I ain't talking.
with three older children, 21, 34, and 17.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important because I know they watched me. I know they watch Dad. They watch our moves, what we're doing, and they're so low key. They're proud, but they don't say, they don't say it out loud. If they talk to you, and you come back and tell me what they said.
Oh, use that mic. Use that a little bit closer. There you
I'll
go.
be surprised at what they said because even though you train them up in the way they should go, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're thinking. But I'm a very proud mom of my 3. I'm proud of you too, honey. My boo.
Oh.
The one is in the Air Force Academy. They play football tomorrow.
Hey.
And he's number 30. Look for number 30 at the Air Force Academy. We also have my oldest, Taj, who's a photographer, artist, right? And then we have little Janiyah, who's 17 now, and I'm afraid she's going to start driving. But she's also very artsy, photography, theater, all of that. So mommy's proud.
That's beautiful. Yeah, three children is doing very well in life. So yeah, congratulations to you.
Mom's proud. Not a grandmom yet, but I got grandmom fever. But I'm an adopted grandmom. So.
Yes.
Yes, I got my. Yeah, today is his birthday too. Shout out to Santana.
Oh, happy birthday, Santana!
3 years old.
Thanks.
I think one last thing on representation, I think it also is an opportunity for others who may not know the culture to see a little bit more education. Representation is everything. And so for us that are part of the culture, as you see, it's something very important. It is very important. Now, for those that are not part of the culture, I think representation for them and for others can be also a little bit of understanding the world around us, understanding that we are bigger than what we may have here, that there are other cultures, and it is an opportunity for education, right? To understand that we have unique strengths, that we have also unique issues within our community, understanding the rich history, and that could be helpful for everybody, right? Is a little bit more education.
I think that is a great point because we know, probably from experience, I'll use an I statement, I know from experience that oftentimes people of color are always have a monolithic view pointed at them.
Absolutely.
And so I just think I'm so glad that you raised that about the benefits of representation of people of color, of Hispanic, Latino, Latina people outside, of the community, to see that we're multifaceted. Folks
Absolutely.
are multifaceted.
And Afro-Latino, let's not forget them. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. It's an opportunity to educate, to know that there's more, to understand just the different nuances that come from the Latino community. Again, Latinos and the Hispanic community is 30 subgroups. Like, we come with different cultures. Even the language is different. If you, from one country to another, what bonds us together is our core values, but we are all very different. So that education piece I also think is very important. Not just for us that are culture keepers. I love that I'm putting that on a shirt. But also for those.
Buy a Pasota shirt. It'll be on a Pasota shirt. I'll give you one. Everyone in the committee
Jamila, put the link.
Shout out to Jamila for putting the email and the link.
Absolutely. Ok. Que estamos hablando de representación y lo importante y qué significa para nosotros, y hablamos un poquito todos de lo bonito que es, lo que nos hace sentir, lo que vemos de que representación también es saber que no estamos solos en este mundo y que estamos viendo muchas de nuestra gente y nuestra comunidad. Lo que le estoy diciendo también a la gente viendo ahorita es de que representación también es una oportunidad para educación, ¿verdad? Tampoco, I already trademarked it, stop. Well, sell me a shirt though. I'll just, large please. So
make it 2.
Exactly. So 3. Okay.
Come on now.
Come sell it at the event. We need donations. Exactly. De que es una oportunidad también para educar a otros que no son de nuestra comunidad. También para aprender que somos muchos. Cuando estamos hablando de latinos y hispanos, somos 30 países. Somos muchas comunidades. Somos diferentes. Tenemos esos valores de ahí a donde el centro de donde somos, pero también somos diferentes. Entonces, representación es una oportunidad para educar a otros también de quiénes somos, de nuestras historias y del futuro que vamos a hacer la comunidad latina. Y'all like the
Beautifully well
Spanish,
said.
don't you? Look at that. We just became bilingual. BNY en español.
That's what the B stands for now.
Pascal, somos diferentes, pero lo entendemos.
Exactamente. Somos
We're different, but we
diferentes.
understand each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy you this book. And I'm like, I'm
Uh-oh.
forgetting the name on it, but
I like gifts.
and if
We
someone
like
can
gifts.
find it for me, but yeah, I'm gonna buy you this book. That actually the term Hispanic and Latino, when it was created, it really was because we saw the power of collectively we are more powerful than separated. So this actually started back when like the census was created. That's really when Hispanic and Latino became a term. And actually it wasn't even Hispanic and Latino. Actually we were only able to check off Mexican. That was the only thing that was on the census. So a little bit of education for everybody. Hispanic and Latino was really formed from La Raza, so which is now Unidos Us, so it's one of the biggest civil rights activists for the Latino community. So La Raza came together, as well as other nonprofit organizations, media groups like Univision came together, and also government entities to say, we gotta find a way to collect you all in a way so that you are building that collective power, right? So how do you want to do that? And so you bring Latinos from California, so you're bringing Chicanos and Chicanas, you're bringing the Mexican community, then you were bringing also Puerto Ricans, Salvadoreños, Mexicanos, you were bringing in Colombians, and you were bringing us all together to try to figure out, well, what do you all want to be celebrated as, called as, put in one single word so that one, you're building collective power, and two, we also see as our government, as our systems, how we can better serve you as a community. And so that's really where Hispanic and Latino came from. We actually don't use those terms in our countries of origin. When I'm in Costa Rica, soy tica. I'm Costa Rican, like, and that's all I am. When you're in other countries, right, exactly, you are what you are in that country.
Dilo en español because that's important for them.
Yeah, and so when we're talking about Hispanic, that's really around the origin of Spanish. So if you are Spanish speaking, you may identify as Hispanic. If you are from a Latin American country, you are Latino. Latinx is also a more inclusive term with the E at the end, or Latinx is what a lot of other people use. Again, those are terms that we don't really use in our country of origin, but we're using it here because we know together we are collectively more powerful. So there's got to be a way that we can come more together. So that's a little bit of education. I will buy you that book.
Yeah,
Dilo en
please do.
español
And that
porque
was
tienen que saber lo que está diciendo.
Sí.
Es importante. No, because I don't remember what she said. Yo lo puedo decir en español, pero no sé lo que ella dijo.
hey.
I'm going to need subtitles.
Hey, no, talk yours. Y'all good. Y'all good
And you know,
to go,
and you know we
please.
can chop ours, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like sign language.
De que les
20% of what you're saying.
de que le estoy diciendo a nuestro grupo aquí, le estoy diciendo a Ricky que le voy a comprar un libro de que con un poquito más información de a dónde vino los términos como hispano, latina, la N, porque esos términos no los usamos muchos en los países de donde somos, ¿verdad? Somos lo que somos en ese país. Yo, por ejemplo, soy Costa Rica, entonces yo soy tica, soy costarricense, no soy Hispanic, no soy latina, pero cuando estamos en este país, cuando se empezó el census, que todos siempre lo llenamos cada 2 años, creo que es 2 años o 20 años, creo que es. Lo que estamos haciendo es de que antes habían grupos de que dijeron de que estamos muy solos y no tenemos mucho poder, y también el gobierno tampoco no nos puede ayudar porque estamos todos separados y venimos de muchos países. Al principio, cuando el censo se creó, solo teníamos mexicanos para decir que éramos de ahí, o otras razas también. Entonces lo que pasó es de que grupos sin fines de lucro, grupos o organizaciones de la comunidad, también Univision, lo que es Unidos Us, y el gobierno vinieron juntos y dijeron, ok, ustedes ustedes cómo quieren identificar para que nosotros los ayudemos más y que tengan más poder como una comunidad. Entonces, eso es cuando vinieron los términos Hispanic, Latino, Hispano, Latino. También tenemos Latin o Latinx para ser más inclusivos. Y entonces, cuando uno es hispano, es de que tiene ese idioma del español. Entonces, eso también puede ser de España o puede ser de los países latinos. Y cuando decimos latinos, estamos hablando de los países que están en Latinoamérica. Y entonces somos diferentes, pero sí somos unidos cuando estamos en esos términos. Look at that.
Love to see it. Love to hear it.
Puertorriqueña y yo como puertorriqueña soy boricua. So, es lo mismo.
Hey, you're still on the clock. I wanna take a look at some of these comments. We're gonna go around the room. Then we're gonna start to wrap this thing up too as well. Derek Terry has a comment here too as well. I'm gonna let y'all tackle that one for the viewing audience. Where my curse is at?
Oh, it says I can't. High school football game.
Oh, say microphone.
Oh, okay. He said it in Spanish. That's so sweet. Derek Terry is like the most amazing.
I know you Googled it.
Hey, no.
He's the most amazing.
You Googled it, Terry,
He
but
didn't
I'm gonna give you an A for effort.
Okay, Derek Terry. Actually, every time I see Derek, he speaks to me in Spanish, and I just like
Yeah, he be
I
showing
love
off.
it. I love him and appreciate
That's that
him
military.
for that.
That's
Yeah,
that military.
it must be.
Everybody
but I
that's
was just
in the
like,
military learn a different language.
yeah, when I hear our people speaking in Spanish, it's so beautiful, and I gravitate towards it. I remember I saw Catherine. Catherine is with who? The Chamber of Commerce, correct? Yes. So I was at the first annual Black-owned business networking event earlier this year, and we had a table. We were talking about voting information and giving out information about the groups, and all of a sudden, somewhere in the background, I hear Kathy speak in Spanish, and I was like, where are my people? And I ran there. I was like, where are my people? And I ran over there so quickly.
Shout out to Kathy Russell.
Yes. And I gave her a big old hug as if we knew each other from like lifetimes ago. Because I'm like, as soon as I hear Spanish, yes. And I was like, it lets you know it's like a big sign, the bat sign of like,
yeah, there it is.
I found my people, and I ran over there. So if you can imagine me running, I ran over there so quickly. But same thing. So Derek, every time he sees me, he says, hola, and gives me a big hug and talks to me a little bit in Spanish. He talks to the kids in Spanish too. So I appreciate that because it's the little things that make
So I'm going to get political because you don't do that to me, Terry. But it's okay.
And Agnes says in the chat, same
Agnes,
thing.
how you doing?
Agnes,
How you doing?
When I see her, many people know I'm very proud of who I am. I'm very proud of my Latinidad. And so people do try to speak to me in the language, and I appreciate that. I'm not offended by it. I actually think it's beautiful, and I want people to try, and I want them to not feel scared to, ask the questions, expand your understanding of the culture, celebrate the culture, love it, because I love it. Why wouldn't you?
So now here's something, and it's not a fight, it's not political, but when people see me or they hear me, because I was born and raised here, they don't automatically say, are you a Latina? Or they ask me, do I speak Spanish? Sometimes they look at the outside, or they'll listen for a dialect, or they'll,
Yep.
So they'll automatically see you and speak Spanish or ask you if you're Latina or something like that. But with me, they think about it. And as my husband say, I'm a soul sister.
Stop fighting with Derek. Derek, you're going to have to talk to Debbie in Spanish, please. But and others just, again, seeing us and celebrating us. For example, like Nicole Creamer, she was at the event that we had at Mariachis, and she translated everything. Like, that to me was amazing because I hadn't seen that during now that we are in election season. I was like, something as little as that, of just seeing someone and saying, I'm going to make sure that language is not a barrier for you. Oh, I love that. So shout out to Nicole and shout out to Jamila for translating things. Shout out to even Doria from the Citizens Academy, who told me actually that Charles County government is in the process of actually translating more on their website because they heard from us. They're like, oh, we see you. It's over 11,000 of you. Oh, okay.
Vamos a hablar LLC.
Yeah, please.
Hey, plug it.
They see the need.
Vamos a hablar LLC. You see? Don't Google. Don't.
Oh, please don't Google.
It has to be in the right content.
Do not Google.
Oh, Joel Lopez. Hey, shout out to Joel Lopez.
How you doing, Joel?
¿Cómo está, Joel?
I'm a new Charles County resident. Hey, you in the right spot?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
absolutely. Let's go around the room one time before we get out of here, and also please, if someone can cap when or recap when your next appearance is going to be too as well on the 15th. Plug it, time, location, all that.
October, we are here we talked about a lot tonight. Thank you for staying with us, sticking with us, laughing with us,
Absolutely.
celebrating.
Round of applause.
But what we are really here to announce and, celebrate is Hispanic Heritage Month celebration here in Charles County. Our closing celebration is October 15th at the Shops at Waldorf, which is right off of 301 and Berry Road or 228, right? Don't put me on the spot like that. I get so nervous. I start sweating. Oh my goodness. Wait. Let me say the plug for October 15th, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. We are celebrating the closing of, we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. October 15th is the last day of Hispanic Heritage Month. And we're going to have dancing, bailando, la música, la comida. All the things. Oh my gosh. So like Shauna said at the top of this hour, bring your appetite, bring your dancing shoes, bring your open heart and spirit to come and just fellowship with the community.
Open bar.
October 15th. Open. Not open bar. Not at the shops. Not at the shops.
Yeah.
And what else? Am I missing anything? There will be vendors, so bring your purse, your
Cash App,
your Cash App, yes.
Hey.
your Apple Pay,
Yeah.
your Google Pay,
Just come to have a good time.
your PayPal.
It's coming up.
bring
We
your
have
money.
a week, y'all. October 15th.
You can still
12 to
be a
5.
Make
vendor.
sure you look for us and let us know, hey, we saw you, and come and meet us.
You can be a vendor.
Yeah.
You can donate.
Sponsor.
You could be a sponsor.
We're gonna be out there too as well. We'll be out there.
Oh.
Absolutely. We'll I got a game to coach at 1, but after that we'll be up there. We'll be up there. Yeah, for sure.
Come meet Ricky in person.
Some of y'all already seen me in person. I ain't nothing special. I'm
Pretty
nothing.
Ricky, what they call him.
Hey, it's nothing special. I'll be out there though. I'll be out there, low key, quiet. So, yeah.
You can't be low.
There's no low key here.
Nah.
There's none.
The day we launched this podcast, my days of low key being over. So,
Thank y'all for being out
It's
here
not too
and
late to be a
joining
vendor.
us.
It's not too late to donate. It's not too late to be a sponsor.
how do we be a sponsor? How do we be a vendor? How do we donate?
Hey, Jamila, post that again, please. Yes, I'm calling you out, Jamila Smith.
Email me.
Did you learn it yet?
Did I learn it? Oh, don't put me on the spot like that. No.
No.
Yeah, I have.
No.
Hey, look, hey.
I do not like putting people on the spot, do I, babe?
Hey, I got it. Where do we donate? There it
Yes.
is.
Oh, look at Joel
Jamila.
Lopez, our new,
Jamila Smith.
We're gonna drop the
Please
Gmail.
drop the Gmail,
the
please.
email here. So
La información está ahí. Joel, búscala.
Yeah, she just
Está
put
ahí.
something
Mi
on
gente
there.
es unido en acción
Yeah. So Jamila, please, drop that.
at gmail.com.
Shout out to
Hold on a
Jamila.
second. Why she? I don't know. I may beat her
See the
to
Puerto
it.
Rican flag on there.
There we
Scroll
go.
back up. I saw the Puerto Rican flag on there.
She may have already beat me to it, but yeah, a few times. Keep going around the room. What we got for as far as closing? Pascal, Shauna.
So we'll be there. Charles County Moms of Color will have a table along with Charles County Rise because we're like a sister organization. You know. Yes. So yes.
All
So
of our
join us.
organizations will be. Our
Yes.
individual
Organizations will be
have
there,
tables
have a
and
table.
information. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Our enrollment opens on Monday. If I can plug that, October
Yes,
10th. And our enrollment opens. Stop Sorry, you're right. Thank you. Monday, October 10th. And so on October 15th, we will be enrolling in person. So all Charles County students, no matter what residential zone, if you have scholars going to 6th, 7th, or 8th grade next school year, they can apply to come to Phoenix International School of the Arts and receive some of this spirit in person, because it's part of our culture and community at the school.
Oh, you gotta give me some more information about that too. It's why I posted
Absolutely.
the BNY.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think I was already told that's another podcast, so we can. Yeah, I ain't gonna burn a good podcast. No, that's a little Easter egg.
The NAACP will also be there. Yeah. We will be registering those to vote, so there will be no excuses.
When is the deadline for that?
There is no deadline in the state of Maryland. Did you know that? There is no deadline.
I did not know that.
You can register the day of. You just need to come in with your ID.
But Shauna, say it with a smile. Say it with that pretty smile you got, because you intimidating me right now. you better register.
I paid a lot for this smile.
hey.
Right. I paid a lot for this smile.
Show it.
But yes, you can actually vote in person. You can register to vote in person. You just need your ID and a piece of mail showing your address, and you have to go to your voting location. But you can register to vote the day of.
Day of.
Yes, the day of election. You can register to vote
Anywhere, or has to be online?
No. Same, yep. There go the West Side. Yes, see, I know Jamila. You know what? Jamila's been a gem, and I'm going to shout her out because she's running D2 for Board of Education. So, yes, vote for Jamila. Yes, I said it. That's the only person.
Well, if we're going to go around the room
that
with
D2
both.
race is,
yeah.
Don't get me started.
Interesting.
President Commissioner
okay.
Collins. Yes.
It's all good. We don't have to. It ain't political. It ain't political. It's debate.
I just did it. I did it. It's okay. Friday night.
It ain't political, but I'm married to Reuben Collins. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't think anyone knew that one.
No. Breaking news.
Yeah, exactly. They know I had any idea.
Oh, wait. Look, I have to do this because I always tell him when he's live. I said, why don't you when he's live, I always say, babe, why can't you just say that you love me live? So I love you, boo. I did it.
Oh.
Look, I got nothing to do with that. Behind closed doors, what y'all do, how y'all handle it.
And you can close, with that one. And you can close with that one, because that was all good.
I would, but Erica Lane, yes on question 4. Question 4, I'll talk about future podcasts here in a little bit too as well, Pascal.
I would say also check out CCPS. They're going to be doing a lot of things also within the public education system. So shout out to our families and those that are celebrating us in community. Also shout out to Charles County Department of Health. They're also going to be doing a couple different sessions. And our local government heard us. They definitely want to see more things in language. So shout out to them. But when you all see us in community on October 15th, come ready to party, ready to be celebrated, be seen, share your culture, share your history, be loud as you can, and come and celebrate. That is for us that day, and to be in community. And then please sign up for the nonprofit organizations. NAACP has a membership. I'll put it in the link afterwards. Sign up so you can be a part of that, because they do a lot of things within community. Again, why not be part of the biggest civil rights activist network in the country? Like, why not do that? You want to do that. Make sure you sign up for Mi Gentes Unidos en Acción also to be in community in case you need resources, information. Please come join our teams in our organization so you can be in community as well, because to raise these babies, it takes a village. And also shout out to Southern Marylanders of Racial Equality. Again, if you're looking for ways that you can be a part of our transformation, these are the ways. These are the nonprofits. And then go spend some money at the Shops of Waldorf. Go also in Fieldside Homeowners Association. They're one of our partners as well, part of the committee, and shout out to them for being an amazing community to live in and to be a part of and raise a family. But there were so many people that are really a part of this. This is really a beautiful community effort. We couldn't have done this alone. We didn't want to do it alone. So just, if you feel displaced, if you feel like you want to be a part of this, just come talk to us. We're all very approachable. We're fun. We're, as you see, we're loud. So you'll find us.
Yes, that's what I said. All those $1 million smiles. I mean, I got good teeth, but I just don't know how to smile.
I ain't got nothing to do with that one. I got nothing to do with that.
Okay, I'm
What we got?
Charles County Public Schools, Dr. Navarro is having an event on Thursday, October 13th at Thomas Stone High School. It starts at 5:30. It's a panel discussion on the history and its future of Hispanic community. So
Pascal's on the panel too.
she didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You said it like 3 times tonight.
I know I'll be there. I don't want to set myself up, but I know I'll be there. I was invited.
You're on the panel too as well.
I don't know if I'm on the panel or not, but I also know that Casa de Maryland will be there, and they're going to be on the panel as well.
Okay.
So I don't want
come
to
out.
set myself up, but I was invited.
And it's November 13th at where?
No, it's
Thomas Stone High School.
Thomas Stone. Okay.
It's Thursday, October 13th.
October 13th.
Yes, Thursday, October 13th at Thomas Stone High School. It starts at 5:30. Yo, Key, you gonna be a driver for me so I can go? I gotta get these babies to practice.
Key be just dropping people off everywhere. I
You ain't know?
I use Key on the Saturday. Hey, Key, you driving too as well? It be around here like 9 p.m. I got you.
we make it work.
Hey, let me.
Please come see the panel because we're talking about the past, the history, and the future of Latinos in Charles County. So it's going to be a great discussion, lots of joy, and again, another way to celebrate community. So you see, it's like we start in little ways and it's baby steps, but the little starts matter. And so for those that maybe just weren't a part of the committee this way around or didn't know how they wanted to be involved, it doesn't take a lot. You just reach out and see how you can help in the ways that you can show up. And we want to make sure that everyone is involved.
Absolutely. Open community. Let's get it. As far as us, BNY, we'll be back live Monday. We have Stacey Lynn running for District 4 Commissioner. She'll be here on the podcast next Friday. I still need to solidify it, but Nicole Kramer, District School Board District 3, she'll be here too as well. Then October 17th, we got Marquita Bushrod for Delegate, Michelle Talkerton, State Senator. They'll be here on the podcast together. And then we have Carlos Shouts, old friend of the podcast who helped kick off everything we do as far as Charles County. He'll be here talking about vote for question 4 as far as cannabis, Charles County. So it should be a very interesting slate. And also, old girl Christine, talking volleyball, October 24th. So yeah, she'll be here too as well. Yep.
And can we just say shout out to BNY because really we talked about this happening and this being a reality back in May, and Ricky was also an inspiration for that, and he's like, do it. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. So shout out to BNY and Ricky and Dev for always being supportive of the movement.
Absolutely. Definitely appreciate it. Hey, we're here to serve the community.
Happy belated National Coach Day because you are a coach.
I'll be coaching tomorrow. Got a game 9 o'clock way up North Maryland. So
Coaches matter.
Coaches matter. Hey, there it is.
Coach bags or coaches?
Oh, Jamila, you got that? Coaches matter?
Great group of kids. Couldn't be any proud of them. Yeah. So that's it. That's all we got here. I want to thank you all 4 of you for coming through the podcast. Yeah, I've been lively from the moment I walked through the door. And I'm pretty sure it'd be lively on the way out here too as well, whenever that happens. But as anybody at BNY, you're always more than welcome to stay, kick it too as well. Enjoy your time and
Thank you for
tell
having
me.
us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
that I behave?
You were good last time. You never.
You had me on timeout.
No, I did not. That's not true. Don't say no.
On timeout.
You want it off camera. Yeah, imagine that. You think I can do that? I ain't got that kind of power. That ain't sound right. Oh.
I bust through that door anyway, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. All up in the comments section, too, as well, arguing with your boy Leftwich.
He's not here today, huh?
No, he took the day off. He had the cigar
he
bar.
knew I was coming. He knew I was coming.
Yeah, have you scared him last time? Yeah.
Please, someone find Michael. I hope he's there.
Oh,
Don't worry, we gave him enough.
I got his
shout-outs.
address. I got his
gave him enough
address.
shout-outs.
So it might be. It might be.
You did.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know who he is. I know who it is.
Yeah, he's a.
Oh, I know who Michael is.
Yeah. Hey, comment section, thank you very much too as well for everything. Definitely appreciate y'all. And all the information listed, committee give it to me, and I make sure I post it out in a document so everybody can get it from the page too as well. So absolutely. Let's go and get out of here. Bonaparte, take us out.
Yay!
What's going on with you?
Yo, another day in the lab, baby. So it's always a good day.
Oh,
It's
shit.
always a good day when we in the lab. You want policing to be better in your communities? The best policing that you can that can happen in any community are people that's actually from the community and that.
Once again, Rick, host BNY podcast, now known as What Effing Week with BNY Dev. How you feeling, man?
I'm in here.
What's good, comment section?
Here.
Do we drag our people down when sometimes they don't deserve it? For sure, absolutely. In this situation, this man deserves every single dragging that we can do because this is not an example of us.
But you got the angles. You got the knowledge of the game, bro.
This is where you're getting at, the IQ?
Down. Like he's telling you what's going on. He was a bad husband. He was just doing things his way. He's apologizing to his wife, like, yo.
Pat ourselves on the back for that one because if you ain't give yourself awards, I mean, who is?
Yeah, no boy.
Hey.